स्पीकर मैडम पधार रहे हैं।
Let us all rise for the national anthem. Now, let us all pay homage to our fellow citizens who lost their lives in this pandemic so far, especially the frontline warriors risking their lives to help the society fight this situation. Let us all observe a minute of silence for those departed souls. Please be seated, everyone. Now let us respect and appreciate the medal winners of the Tokyo Olympics 2021. Please join me congratulating Neeraj Chopra for winning a gold medal in javelin throw. Mirabai Chanu and Ravi Kumar Dahiya for winning a silver medal in weightlifting and wrestling. Also, PV Sindhu and Lovlina Borgohain for bagging a bronze medal in badminton and boxing respectively. We are also proud of our men's hockey team who won a bronze medal after 41 years. To start this session, I request our Honorable Prime Minister Ms. Riddhi to give her speech.
उपस्थित सभापति, विपक्षी दल के नेता, मंत्रीगण और सभी अध्यक्षों को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं आज आप सबको इस वर्ष 2021 के वर्षाकाल के सभा में स्वागत करती हूँ। आज हम गर्व से कहते हैं कि हमने भारतीय चिकित्सा पद्धति विचारण और भारतीय होम्योपैथी विचारण के प्रस्ताव का संशोधन और साधना की है। साथ ही संविधान 127 संशोधन विधेयक जो राज्य के जाति वर्ग वर्ण सत्ता का प्रस्ताव है उसका भी सिद्धि संपन्न हुआ है। हमारी सरकार से भारत अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विमानपत्तन का संशोधन विधेयक तथा राष्ट्रीय राजधानी क्षेत्र विधेयक भी स्वीकृत हुए हैं। साल 2021 में वित्त विधेयक जो प्रचलित किए हैं और इस संसद सभा में हमारी सरकार कई नए विधेयकों प्रचलन का प्रस्ताव रखने वाली है। सभापति, सभी मंत्रीगण और अध्यक्षों को मेरा धन्यवाद और इससे मैं भाषण समाप्त करती हूँ।
I thank our Prime Minister for his inaugural speech. Now I request Leader of the Opposition to deliver his speech for this session.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Greetings to the Honorable Speaker, Honorable Prime Minister, Cabinet Ministers, and all the members of the Parliament. I am Samia Yasmin, the leader of the opposition party, the United Progressive
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, due to rising concern of the terrorist and rebellious attack on the border of India on the evening of the Independence Day, the defense sector should prioritize the matter. How has the defense minister taken the charge of the serious issue to ensure safety of the lives of the citizens on the eve of the independence?
The concerned minister may answer this question.
Honorable Speaker, it's so ironic that the opposition are saying that we haven't done even a bit concerning this issue, but if they look at themselves in the past 50 years of their ruling, they haven't done anything compared to us. So, well, I'll list out a few reasons. The measures that we have taken on the eve of independence due to the rising concerns are that the BSF personnel are organizing awareness campaigns along the border, urging local people to inform the paramilitary force about any suspicious movement of people or objects. The BSF has also been put on high alert along the India-Bangladesh border following the inputs of possible security threats on Independence Day from Islamist terrorists based in neighboring countries and Indian insurgents operating in the states sharing the international boundary. Strict vigil is being maintained along the entire India-Bangladesh border in Assam and Coach Bihar district of West Bengal, and orders have been issued strictly to deal with anyone trying to cause any untoward activity along the international boundary.
I'm sure this answer is going to satisfy.
Please sit down. Next question number 14. Yes, you may ask.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the recognition. Now, I would like to draw the attention of the House regarding this pathetic issue. Now, I would like to ask a question to the Finance Minister. The GDP of India has been very low since the past 2 years. The balance of GDP is also very important for the economy of the country to run smoothly. Also, now during the pandemic time, when the public transports are not functioning properly, people have to travel on their own vehicles. In this case, when the rate of the petrol they will have to pay to run the vehicles itself is 100 rupees per litre, how will a common man in India be able to travel? What is the Finance Minister exactly doing? Keeping all the above mentioned things in mind, I would like to ask, what measures would the government take and is taking in order to increase and balance the GDP? I once again thank Madam Speaker for the recognition.
Please answer the question. You will be given 30 seconds to answer.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Taken in perspective as the Finance Minister of India, our GDP rate is quite low compared to our developing neighboring countries. So we have taken necessary measures such as increasing the tax and necessary items such as petrol, other necessary measures as well. If these measures were not taken, our GDP and economy would drop more than Africa. Moreover, the COVID wave caused unprecedented damage to the economy and GDP rate.
Please sit down, the ruling party and the opposition party. We move on to the next question. Question number 15. Yes, opposition leader, please ask.
Thank you, Speaker, for the recognition. The second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic took the nation by storm. It was so disheartening to see the way the government was underprepared in terms of beds, oxygen cylinders, and even lockdown planning. Does this government wish to continue the same even with warnings of the third wave arising? Therefore, I would like to ask the Minister of Health, what is the government doing in order to tackle the third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic with respect to healthcare facilities and the COVID protocol?
Yes, you may answer the question.
As we all know that the government is ready to tackle future waves because they have learned the lesson from the second COVID wave, which battered the country, and multiple steps have been taken in the last few months. As far as vaccination is concerned, it has been an ongoing process which has been guided by the National Institute of Vaccination on the basis of concurrent evidences and the evolving nature of the pandemic. From January to July 16, 54.5 million doses of Covaxin by the Bharat Biotech and 360 million crore doses of Covishield by the Serum Institute of India have been supplied to the sector. As per fresh updated data, more than 43.87 crore vaccine doses have been provided to states.
and the Women and Child Welfare Minister, Ms. Ahana Mishra, is going to introduce it.
Greetings to one and all present here. I would like to thank the Honourable Speaker for the recognition. The Ministry of Women and Child Development would like to introduce the bill. The bill replaces the Juvenile Justice Act 2000. It addresses children in conflict with the law and children in need in care of protection. The bill permits juveniles between the ages of 16 to 18 years to be tried as adults for unethical offences. Also, any 16 to 18-year-old who commits a lesser, which is a serious offence, may be tried as an adult only if apprehended after the age of 21 years. Juvenile Justice Boards, the JJB, and the Child Welfare Committee, the CWC, will be constituted in each district. The JJB will conduct a preliminary inquiry to determine whether a juvenile offender is to be sent for rehabilitation or to be tried as an adult. The CWC will determine institutional care for children in need of care and protection. The eligibility of adoptive parents and procedure for adoption have been included in the bill. Penalties for cruelty against a child, offering narcotic substances to a child, and abduction or selling of the child have been prescribed. Now, I would like the Minister of Tourism to address the key issues of the bill.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, for recognition. There are different views on whether juveniles should be tried as adults. Some argue that the current law does not act as different for juveniles committing unethical crimes. Another view is that a reformative approach will reduce the likelihood of repeating offences. The provision of trying a juvenile committing a serious offence as an adult based on the date of apprehension could violate Article 14 and also Article 21. The provision also counters the spirit of Article 20 by according a higher penalty for the same offence if a person is apprehended after 21 years of age. The UN Convention on the Rights of Child requires all signatory countries to treat every child under the age of 18 years as equal. The provision of trying a juvenile as an adult contravenes the convention. Some penalties provided in the bill are not in the proportion to the gravity of the offence. For example, the penalty for selling a child is lower than that of offering intoxicating substance to a child. The Standing Committee examining the bill observed that the bill was based on misleading data regarding juvenile crimes and violated certain provisions of the Constitution. Thank you.
Any suggested amendments?
Honourable Speaker, I have a point of amendment with your permission. The government might have not considered or was not aware in the system the maximum amount of sentence charged to juvenile delinquent is same. No matter how grave or the serious the crime is, the sentence remains the same. For a delinquent who takes part in an armed robbery or a serial murder, the punishment remains the same as long as the criminal is under the age of 18. So, I would like the ruling party to see that the flexibility in the sentence should be provided depending on the severity of the crime. The system is highly rigid and requires a considerable flexibility. Thank you.
Honourable Speaker, I would like to suggest an amendment to this proposed bill. This bill has been introduced in more of retribution to the neighbour actors than aimed at rehabilitation and reformation. In the 3-year window for rehabilitation, the child in conflict can show complete rehabilitation. But there is no way a heinous act can be dealt with within 3 years. Therefore, a new system should be introduced to provide monetary relief and emotional support to the child in conflict.
Greetings to all. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for recognition. The government firmly believes that the Juvenile Justice Bill is a reflection of the considerable flexibility in our system and doesn't require any amendments. However, the government is going to consider one of the amendments which could add to the bill and satisfy the insatiable opposition. Juvenile Justice Board (JJB) and Child Welfare Committee (CWC) will
Respected Speaker, I don't think that the opposition party is satisfied by the government and would surely like to make some changes. In this case of heinous offences, the Act seeks to transfer the case to other criminal justice system. A juvenile cannot be treated as an adult, no matter how grave the crime is. A juvenile is a juvenile and an adult is an adult. A bill should seek to keep the case in the juvenile criminal justice system only. Thank you.
The bill now goes for voting. Those in favor of the bill say aye. Those against it say no. Ayes have it, ayes have it, ayes have it. It is declared that the bill is passed. Now the opposition party will propose a bill on online education.
Thank you, Speaker, for the recognition. I would like to introduce the following innovative bill, which is the online education bill. Unfortunately, students in rural areas are denied the newest devices and levels of accessibility to online content that urban Indians enjoy daily. Films are launched on the OTT platforms. Can the government do the same for students' education? Unlike the counterparts in city, a lower percentage of students in villages possess desktop or laptop computers. Furthermore, purchasing data plans for learning could also incur a lot of expenses for families who face financial constraints. It could further affect the participation levels of both teachers and students concerning online classes. Digital literacy and the digital divide have been serious concerns for our country over a decade. They face roadblocks when moving from offline to online education, which could be a reason for discontentment amongst rural communities. While India enjoys a wide geographic and cultural diversity, it also suffers from a huge socio-economic divide. Only a small part of the Indian population has access to online education right now. Interrupted power supply, weak or non-existent internet connectivity, and unaffordability to buy necessary devices are major concerns. The education of some students have come to a halt, leaving them no choice but to work underage. The situation is worse for those from remote, non-urban areas, highlighting India's digital divide. Poor connectivity and lack of smart gadgets is providing a hassle for many students. Now coming to the bill. Its main features are: online education is encouraged and supported in poor areas. To do so, the bill suggests that the government must enlighten the parents with how much their child will be benefited in the online world, and eradicate myths that people, especially in rural areas, pertain regarding online devices. The students will be provided training and they will be given the required gadgets by the government with free internet. The bill also throws light on providing students access to internet. The bill suggests that the government gives access to students, especially students of higher grades, to devices that will help them to access and attend the online classes. The digital education barriers in rural India can be eliminated through the provision of affordable and accessible e-learning modes. Content standardization, facilitating all the vital amenities and services in the government schools through PPP, public-private partnership model. Upskilling the teachers by providing them with customized teacher training programs on online education, blended learning in schools, as well as the advancement of initiatives in the digital learning space by NGOs and CSR wings of organizations need to be considered to prepare digital education in rural India. The bill also proposes that teachers should be given proper training on how to adapt and take advantage of the online mode prior to taking any classes. Thank you.
Okay, with this, the monsoon session is hereby adjourned till the next winter session, and the proposed bill will be introduced in the same. Thank you.